Alan, another week and another deal done in the player recruitment ahead of the new season. Mark Oxley now on board on a permanent basis. Your thoughts on that?
I think it's great news. We've been linked with a few goalkeepers over the last few weeks, and my main priority has always been to try and get Ox to sign, and he's had offers, from down south. But I think it's great news that he's decided to come on board and carry it on from last season and make it a permanent switch this time, which is great news. I think with keepers, they always get better with age, and he's still a really young lad in terms of a keeper, and we're delighted. It just keeps that continuity of everybody knowing each other, the back four, the goalkeeper. I think it's really important that they have a good understanding, and that's certainly the case with Ox and the lads at the back, and vice versa.
How important was it as well, Alan, to get this vacancy sorted out as quickly as possible? Because last time, obviously, you signed Mark on loan towards the end of pre-season, wasn't it? It was right before the game against Rangers. So how important is it to have got that sorted so early on?
Well, I think last week when I spoke about the goalkeeper situation, I was quite relaxed about it, because I was confident that we were going to address it sooner rather than later. The fact that we've managed to come to an arrangement with Mark is even better as far as I'm concerned, and it's great to have him on board, because not just on the pitch but off the pitch and all, he's a great lad amongst the players and in the dressing room, and that's important. And I think it's a really good sign that you've got players who are signing for, first and foremost, the club. They're all saying how much they're enjoying it and how much they enjoy being amongst each other, and I think it's a great bond to have that. It's something that is very hard to instill in the team, and I think what we have here is only going to get better. They're a great bunch of lads. I've said it all along, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get stronger, and when you've got that within the workplace, and you can take that onto the football pitch, then it's a really good attribute to have.
You mentioned continuity. To what extent, when you look at the example perhaps of that famous Arsenal defence with David Seaman in goal, and then you can name the back four, back five in front of that, they stayed together for over a decade, and that provided the foundation for success further up the pitch as well. Do you feel that's what you're trying to create and build here at Hibs? I
think as defenders, I think the one thing that you want, whether it's the two centre backs, whether it's the centre back and the left back, centre back and the right back, or whether it's three central defenders, is you want to understand them. You want to be able to know what that player is going to do, and you only get that by playing alongside each other week in, week out, day in, day out, and that's what ideally you want. You want to be able to get to know the attributes of each individual, so that when something does happen, you know that you tend to be in the right place at the right time. So it's great news. It's good to have Ox on board, as I said before, and it's something that we want to continue. We've got the real makings of a really good side, and we rather than the big overhaul which we had last season, now we're starting to just trim and add to the squad in small numbers. So it's so from that point of view, it's very promising.
On the topic of new arrivals, are there any more in the pipeline, Alan? I know you mentioned previously that you were quite keen to add central midfielder. What's the latest on that front, please?
It's still the same. It is an area that we are looking to fill and to add more competition for places. We've obviously lost Liam and Robbo who've left, and so it's an area where we are looking to fill. So we are active in that area and we are making progress, but I want to make sure it's the right one, because it is an important position to fill in the team, as well as making sure that they fit into the right chemistry and balance what we already have in the team.
Are you looking for an out-and-out defensive midfielder, then a holding midfielder, to perhaps use in that diamond formation?
I think I want someone who's potentially going to give us more of a physical aspect in that midfield area. We've got some very talented footballers throughout the team, to be honest. And the player, I think the one thing that I need in the team is someone who's going to win the ball back for us, be able to obviously play, but one who will give us, a little bit of steel in there and all.